Hello, I'm Andrew Campbell from Ashridge Business School, and I'm going to explain to you the operating model canvas. The tool helps managers convert strategy into operational choices. It can be used at a high level. You can use it for a whole company or a whole organization, or it can be used at a low level for a function or a department within a function. The canvas has 6 parts to it. So the first part, and the most important bit, is the arrow shape in the middle of the canvas. And this arrow shape is for writing down post-it notes or some form, writing down the main work that needs to be done in the organization to deliver the value proposition of that organization to the customers or beneficiaries of the organization. So it's the work steps or the value chain that's required to deliver the value proposition. Above this middle arrow, there are 2 boxes. And on the left-hand side is the supplier box. Now, the supplier box is for capturing information and thoughts about those suppliers which are particularly important to support the work steps in the value chain, support the steps in that middle arrow. Those suppliers who are important to support those work steps, with which the organization needs to have some kind of special relationship, which requires some thinking about. Above the big arrow in the middle, on the right-hand side, is a box for locations. And this is about where is the work of the middle arrow going to be done? Which countries are different activities going to be done in, or if it's all in one country, which cities, or if it's all in one city, which buildings, or even if it's all in one building, which floors in the building or which parts of the building. If the operating model is about a factory, then it might be locations would be about how the factory is laid out, where in different parts of the factory would different activities of production be done. Below the middle arrow are 2 boxes. On the left-hand side is a box for organization. This is for capturing information about the people who are going to do the work in the middle arrow, how those people are going to be structured into some kind of organization, who's going to report to whom, and what decision authorities different parts of this organization are going to have over the work. On the right-hand side box below the middle arrow is the information box. This is about those software applications that are needed to support the work in the middle arrow. Then underneath, or at least a layering underneath all of these boxes, is a layer called the management system. And this is space for putting down thoughts about the planning process required to keep this operation working, the budgeting process to make sure that the finances are under control, the performance management process to make sure that each part of the operation is being done well, the continuous improvement process, which is about making sure that things are being improved from one month to another or 1 year to another. When used in anger, in a workshop or with a group of managers, then typically this canvas is drawn up on a flip chart in some rough fashion, leaving space for all of the 6 spaces. And managers will then come up with their thoughts about what is the key work in the middle arrow, what's important about suppliers, and what's important about locations, what's important about organization, writing their thoughts down on post-it notes and sticking the post-it notes on the flip chart in the appropriate space, and then critically debating the differences in view that they may have about what's important and their interpretation of different elements in the box. The act of filling out these post-it notes is not as important as the debate that they then have about their common view of the operating model of the organization. And to give you one example, this is an example of a consulting company. And in the middle arrow, we have 5 steps: hire and develop consultants, create intellectual property, create thoughts about business that are valuable to managers, build relationships with potential clients, win projects with those clients, and then deliver those projects, do the work that the client is asking at high quality. The value proposition of this particular consulting company is best general management advice. So the consulting company is trying to take a general management perspective on the assignments that it does and to be the best at doing that. Supporting that value chain of the consulting work are boxes for suppliers, locations, organization, and information, and also at the bottom space for the management system, so that one of the things that happens in this consulting company in the organization box is they have an up or out policy. All consultants either get promoted or they get asked to leave the organization. It's rather an important part of that consulting company and would be warrant having a post-it note in the organization box. Another thing that is important in the management system box is the partner election process. Selecting which people get elected to be partners is a very critical activity within the consulting company, and so the partner election committee and the process around that committee is a critical part of the success of the consulting company. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the operating model canvas and how to use it, look at other examples and learn more about the tools that you would use in each of the spaces of the canvas to further analyze the situation and develop your thinking and help you design better operating models, you need to go to the book Operating Model Canvas. Thank you very much. Good luck.